Hello, magnificent human beings. Are you ready to dive into a full body flow that revolves all around Warrior 3? Now, if you missed the last video about using these 3 dozen donuts and this broomstick to help keep you in good alignment, you're going to want to watch that before you dive into this video. Today, we're going to dive into a full body flow that incorporates Warrior 3. We're going to keep the broomstick and, well, ditch the donuts. So that's coming at you right now. Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon Slaughter. This channel is all about fixing the kinks, deepening your knowledge, and creating that truly transformative practice. Today, it is a 25-minute flow all around Warrior 3. Here is your handy-dandy prop if you need one. Let's begin by standing. Standing on up here at the top of your mat, heel-toe your feet pretty close together. Roll your shoulders back, and we're going to get started with some of that full body breath. So close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Just paying attention to that breath. Full, steady, calming inhales and exhales. Letting everything melt away from your day and being full, calm, present, aware here on your mat. Setting that intention for your practice, something uplifting, grounding, soothing, whatever you wish. And once you have your intention, we're just going to seal it with 3 cleansing breaths. So inhale through your nose, inhale, 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 hold, and exhale out the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose, inhale, 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 and exhale out the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose, inhale, 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 hold, 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 and sigh it out. Good. Open up your eyes. Go ahead. Inhale, hands up overhead. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms up. And then swan dive, forward fold. Come all the way down. Good. Inhale into half lift, flat back, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Stay in your forward fold. Look at that left hand. Gently windmill that arm. Inhale, bring it all the way up and around. Eye gaze follows. Shoulders stack. Exhale. Bring it on down. Right hand, same thing. And inhale brings it up. Exhale brings it on down. Good. Chin is the last to rise. Slow, steady, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead and let it go. Bring those hands together. And then exhale, hinging to the left. Brief crescent moon. Inhale through neutral, exhale opposite side, crescent moon, inhale to neutral, and then swan dive. Come all the way down, forward fold. Good. Inhale into that half lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Look at your right hand. Inhale, windmill, all the way up and around, shoulder stack. Eye gaze follows if you can. Exhale, bring it down. Left hand, inhale, windmill, bring it up. Good. Exhale, bring it all the way down. And chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, gentle sigh, let it out. Inhale your hands together, hinging to the right, crescent moon. Exhale, inhale through neutral. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale to neutral, and then swan dive. Come all the way down, forward fold. Awesome. One more half lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Relax. Hands on the mat. Step it all the way back into your plank pose. Holding strong in your plank. Breathe. Plank is usually a pretty good posture to come into down dog from, but checking that alignment in your plank, right? Fingertips spread wide, shoulders slightly over those wrists. You're high on those toes. Core is engaged. Eye gaze is forward just a little bit, not a lot, just gently forward. And then leading with your tailbone, come into downward facing dog. Good. Once you're in your down dog, you can pedal it out, move around, getting loose, waking up all those muscles, calves, hamstrings, all of that. All right. We identify our left leg, brief three-legged, bring it through, place it in between your hands, and then arms up overhead for that full crescent lunge. Breathe. Inhales will create space through your torso. Exhale, soften your shoulders. Hands come down. That back foot, you can bring it into a standing splits, and you don't have to lift that leg very high. Set it down, forward fold. Shake it out, move around. Okay, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Chin is the last to rise, getting ready for a sigh. Not yet, not yet. Back bend, side out. Inhale, hands up, good. And forward fold, come all the way down. Excellent job. Take that left foot, step it back into a lunge, and then stay here. Left hand still on the mat, but bring your right hand on up, twisting. Inhales, create space. Exhales, help you twist a little bit. Breathe. Stay here. Stay in your twist right where you are. Engage the root of your spine. Engage your core. And we very slowly bring both hands up into that full crescent lunge. Awesome job. Hands come down and downward facing dog. Good work. Weight shifts forward into that plank. We can do our whole chaturanga move if you desire. You can do kind of a modified one here where you lower part way out. Either way, we meet in that upward facing dog. Come back. Downward facing dog. Good work. All right. Next side. Right leg. Brief three-legged down dog. Bring that foot through. Place it in between your hands. Bring your hands on up overhead. That crescent lunge. Good. Breathe, focus. Inhales, create a little space. Exhale, soften your jaw, your shoulders. All right, hands come all the way down. Frame that foot. Remember, you don't have to lift this back leg very far. And standing splits, you set it down, forward fold. Excellent work. And chin is the last to rise. Getting ready for a sigh. Not yet, not yet. Side out. Inhale, hands up. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Shake it out. Move around, just hanging here loose in your forward fold for a couple breaths. All right. Once more, we do a half lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Good job. All right, identify your right foot. Step it back into lunge. Stay here. Right hand on the inside of that foot. Left hand up overhead. Breathe. Awesome twist. Stay with it. And so you don't wobble, engage that root of your spine, engage your core, and then start scooping up the earth, bringing both hands up overhead. Crescent lunge. Good. It's kind of a difficult transition, right? We don't really practice bringing both arms up, so it's kind of a good balance element in there. Brief balance element here before we get into our balancing with Warrior 3. Okay, hands come down and downward facing dog. Come all the way back. Good. Shake it out, move around. Your weight shifts forward into plank pose. We can do our chaturanga and then that upward facing dog and down dog. Come on back. Very good. Okay. Walking hands to feet, feet to hands for forward fold. Just hang, just relax. So just remain here in your forward fold and kind of loosening up those hamstrings just a little bit. Warrior 3 has a lot of stuff with our hamstrings going on, and as well as that low back strength. I mean, there's just so many elements to this pose. So you do need relatively strong legs and loose hamstrings at the same time for your Warrior 3. So We just want to hang here for a couple breaths. Enjoying your forward fold. Maybe bringing that belly into your spine a little bit. Helps that low back to release. Engaging your quadriceps. Helps your hamstrings to let go as well. Okay. Part of that warrior three is also that low back strength, right? So we're going to raise into half lift. You can put your fingertips on your shins if you like. Hold, breathe. Creating length through your spine. And come on down. Good. All right. Chin is the last to rise. Slow, gentle. Come all the way up. Hands up overhead. Side out. Good. Hands come up. Bring them by your sides. Shake it out. Move around. So I talked about keeping our hands by our side here in Warrior 3, which is good because it kind of takes some of the strain off of your low back and you can focus more on keeping that good alignment through your torso. And eventually once you have a good Warrior 3, you can extend those arms up overhead. So we're just going to practice a little bit with our Warrior 3 right now, grabbing your handy dandy broomstick if you have one. If not, just keeping good eye on how straight you can keep everything. Strong right foot on the mat, tilting forward. Remember, we hinge at our hips here. It's this motion that we want rather than bending from our back or just kicking that back leg up. So placing your hands on your hips here, making sure you kind of have your straight alignment, right? And you're going to know if you come down, you're compensating in one area or another. So we're going to take our time. Kickstand your toes behind you. Hold here. Find that nice straight line. Balancing on that right foot. Just breathe. And you don't need to come far. About 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more. Whatever you like, but go at your own pace. Do not rush into this pose. That was another tip we covered in the previous video. Checking in, making sure everything is as straight as you can keep it, and relax on down. Again, we're just playing just a little bit. We're going to come into a little bit more advanced version of the Warrior 3 here in a minute. So let's do the next side. Right foot strong on the mat and hands on your hips. You can kickstand those toes behind you. There we go. Okay, making sure you have your good straight alignment. Just playing with it, coming down a little bit. Remember, nothing quick. I guess I have to come to this side, right? I'm sitting here. Okay, holding here. Breathe in your Warrior 3. Again, you're going to know if you start to kick your leg up or compensate, you can just kind of look back at wherever the broomstick is coming off of your body. So focus, breathe, really trying to hinge at those hips, not take things too fast, and keep your good alignment. We also talked about bringing that broomstick behind you here so that you keep your hips square so you're not favoring one side or another as you come down. Okay, gonna set the prop down for a moment, continue on with the flow, and we're gonna revisit Warrior 3 here briefly, but we wanna keep moving. We just need to allow ourselves a little bit of time to play and, move through stuff before we take things more serious sometimes. Find yourself at the top of your mat, take 2 breaths, ground back down, inhale. Exhale, roll your shoulders back. Good. Once more. Inhale. Exhale, roll your shoulders back. Excellent. Okay. Inhale, hands up, overhead. Squeeze your glutes. Very gentle back bend. Let it go. Inhaling, hands up. Exhale, swan dive. All the way down. Forward fold. Brilliant. Hands on the mat and your downward facing dog. Pedal things out. Walk it out. Move around. Okay, Now, taking your left foot, bring it up in between your hands and come back into your crescent lunge once more. Breathe, good. Take that right elbow, bring it in towards your midline, towards your sternum. We're coming into that eagle wrap. So bring that left elbow on top. And as long as you have your right elbow on bottom, then we're good. Just breathe, focus. Okay, one of two options. You can spring forward and lift that knee directly up, or you can just come to standing and then lift that knee up, whichever you like. Hold here because we're going to come into our eagle. So gently bring that leg across and you can kickstand those toes. Holding here in eagle, try not to compensate by leaning too far forward. Rather, we still want to keep that nice flat back, kind of like you're sliding down that imaginary wall. And if you can wrap your foot, cool. If not, it doesn't matter. Just breathe. Hold in your eagle pose, nice and strong. Okay, from eagle, gently lift that right knee back up. And from here, we are going to come into an eagle warrior 3. So bring that foot directly behind you. And instead of having our hands on our hips, right, we still have our eagle wrap. So balancing strong on that left foot and gently tilting, hinging, coming on down. You've got it. Keeping that straight line, not compensating in your back or leaning too far forward, wherever it may be. Again, just a shallow angle is perfectly fine in your Warrior 3. If you want to take it farther, you may. Okay, another challenge. Release that eagle wrap. Bring your left hand down, right hand up, coming into half moon. It's a hard transition, I know, but release into your forward fold. Just relax. Good. Not holding that half moon for too long. Also a difficult balancing posture as well. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the mat. Downward facing dog. Good. And go ahead and take that flow by shifting forward into that plank and then lowering partway out. Chaturanga into up dog and then coming back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out in your down dog. Walk it out, move it around. And then we're going to do that next side. So identify your right foot. Bring it on through. Base of your lunge. And arms up overhead. Stay with it. Breathe. Focus. Okay. Left elbow comes in. Right on top of left. Eagle wrapping your arms. Stay here. And if you can't quite eagle wrap, that's fine. You could just grab for opposite shoulders. One of two options. You step to standing at the front of your mat and then raise that knee up. Or if you want to go for the whole thing, just raise your knee straight on up. Hold, focus, breathe. Gently cross that leg over and coming into eagle. Holding in your eagle. If you can wrap that foot, cool. If not, doesn't matter. Again, you never have to force anything in your practice. You can take it as deep, as intense, or as light, really, as you want. It's perfectly fine. Remember, not compensating, not being too far forward, too far back. Holding in your eagle. Okay, from that eagle pose, lift that left knee back up nice and high, and then tilting, hinging, keeping that straight line all the way through those toes, your ankle, your butt, your low back. Coming into warrior three. If you just come to here, perfectly fine. If you can come lower and lower, that's cool. But remember, paying attention to where you start to compensate. So it should not, look like this. Keeping everything as straight as you can. And then eventually you can release your eagle wrap. Bring that right hand down. Good. Left hand up. Half moon. Now this is a hard pose, I know. Finding that balance. You don't need to lift your eye gaze up. You can leave this left hand on your hip. We won't be here for too long. Hold in your half moon. Breathe. Forward fold. Set it on down. Good. Shake it out. Move around. From here, inhale, half lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Relax. And then coming into downward facing dog. Perfect. Good job. Shift forward into your plank. This will be the last plank of class, followed by the last chaturanga. Up dog. And then from here, downward facing dog. Excellent. Okay. And lower to your knees. Push back. Child's pose. Relax. We're headed for that Shavasana. Taking a few breaths to relax in your child's pose. And then whenever you wish, feel free to roll on to your back for our Shavasana. Class is quickly approaching the end, but do not cheat yourself of your Shavasana. You've worked hard to practice your Warrior 3, so stay present and allow yourself just a couple minutes to hold in your Shavasana and relax. So feet fall out, arms fall out. Just breathe. Bring your feet flat on the mat. Knees are bent. One more quick pose before we get into that final Shavasana. Place those hands flat down beside you, getting set up for bridge pose, that Setu Bandhasana. So feet flat on the mat. Waddle those shoulder blades in if you need to. And then from here, go ahead, lift those hips on up. Any weirdness in your knee, backing off. Any weirdness in your neck, wherever it is, like I said, taking it at your pace. Breathe. Stay with it. And relax. Good. Slowly tick-tock those knees back and forth. Your tick-tock asana. It's not a real thing. It just sounds nice. And then setting your feet on down. Final Shavasana. Give yourself 10 breaths. Quiet and still. Just breathe. In your own time, you can slowly push things up into that seated position so that we can bow together. Excellent, awesome, fantastic. Good job today working on your Warrior 3. If you have not subscribed, please do so already. I greatly appreciate you being here. And I will see you in the next video. From my heart to yours, namaste.